Hello boys and girls, this is Mr. Giomini here with a little bit of review on subtracting mixed numbers that unlike denominators. If I take a look at some examples here, I have 4 and let's go with 3/4 minus 2 and 4/5. First thing I immediately notice about this problem is that the denominators are not the same. I have a 4 here, I have a 5 here. I must make these denominators the same before I can do anything else with it. So I need to find the LCD, LCM, least common multiple, least common denominator for 4 and 5. I know that that is 20. So 20 here is my new denominator over here. 20 here is my new denominator over here. Asking myself, what did I multiply 4 by to get 20? I multiplied it by 5. 5 times 3 is 15. 5 times 3 is 15. I then go here, 5 times what is 20? Or 20 divided by what is 5? I know it is 4. 4 down here, 4 up here. 4 times 4 is 16. Okay, I'm going to rewrite this. So now I have 4 and 15/20 minus 2 and 16/20. I've solved one problem, but I've made another problem. I cannot subtract 16/20 from 15/20. So I must rename this 4. When I rename it, I still want it to equal 4, but because my denominator here is 20ths, that means I have 4 equal parts up here, 4 whole parts, but each part is divided into 20 different pieces. So I can rename this as 3 and 20/20, because this is still 3 wholes plus 20/20 is 1 whole. 1 whole plus 3 is 4. So now what I really have up here is 3 and 20/20. I can't forget about what I started with here. I started with the 15/20. This only covers the 4. It does not include the 15/20, so I'm going to combine that up here, plus the 15/20. So now I'm going to have 35/20. So I have 3 and 35/20 minus 2 and 16/20. Denominators are the same. That is great. 35 minus 16. 16 is 4 away from 20. 20 is 15 away from 35. 15 plus 4, that gives me 19. 3 minus 2 is 1. 1 and 19/20. And I know from Mrs. Schaefer that if the numerator and denominator are separated by 1, the numerator is 1 smaller denominator, I cannot reduce this. So this is already in simplest terms. So 1 and 19/20 is my answer. Let's go with another example here. Let's go with 7 and 3/8 minus 2 and 2/3. Okay, first thing I notice, the denominators are unlike. I must find a common denominator. I'll choose the larger denominator, 8, and count by the multiples of 8. First multiple of 8 is 8. 3 is not a factor of 8. Next multiple of 8 is 16. 3 is not a factor of 16. Next multiple of 8 is 24. 3 is a factor of 24. So my new denominator, my common denominator now is 24. 3 times what gives me 24? 3 times 8. Whatever I do to the denominator, I do to the numerator. 2 times 8 is 16. Okay. What times 8 gives me 24? 3. Whatever I do to the denominator, I must do to the numerator. 3 times 3 is 9. So now what I have is 7 and 9/24 minus 2 and 16/24. I have another problem. I cannot take 16 from 9. So as I did with the last problem, I'm just simply going to rename this 6, or this 7, sorry. I'm going to make it a 6, and it's going to be now, because the denominator is 24, it's going to be 6 and 24 24ths. Because in this 7, because the denominator is 24, in each one of these whole groups of 7, there are 24 little pieces. 24 holes, 24 pieces make one whole. That's why 6 and 24 24ths, 24 over 24 is the same as one whole. 1 plus 6 is 7. So I have not borrowed, I've just renamed. So now I have the 6 and 24 24ths, and now I have to combine that with the 9 24ths. I cannot forget about it. Because remember, the 6 and 24 24ths just makes up the 7. The 9 24ths is already there. 24 plus 9 gives me 33 24ths. So I have 33 24ths. I am subtracting from that 2 and 16 24ths. Okay, the denominator stays the same, so that is a 24. 16 is 4 away from 20. 20 is 13 away from 33. 13 plus the 4, that gives me 17. So 6 minus 2 is 4. That is 4 and 17 24ths. 17 is a prime number. Its only factors are 1 and 17. I can't multiply anything times 24, or 24 is not a factor of 17, so there's nothing I can reduce. So that is my final answer. Good luck with tonight's homework. Math Journal pages 136 and 137. Have a good evening.